Hey Leo, this video is for those of you that are in a twin flame connection. So you could be the Leo or they could be a Leo. Either way, I am thankful you are here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to preface a couple things. One, you may hear sounds in the background. I don't live alone, so I apologize. As long as you can hear me and see the cards, that should be enough, hopefully. It is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Some of it might be for you, some of it might be for someone else. You can follow me on Instagram at Candy Wishman. The information's in the description box below. I do personalized readings. If you're interested, you can email me, candy.wishman@gmail.com. And let's get started to see what this week is going to look like for you guys. So we have the overall energy of the situation. What is the overall energy of even the connection this week? What is the overall energy, Leo? Oh yeah, see, I always forget. Cards don't come up until I finish saying what I'm supposed to say. If you've watched my videos before, you've probably witnessed that on some level. But I also tend to read for the Divine Feminine, being the other or the twin that we're reading about is generally the Divine Masculine energy. And it doesn't matter if you're male or female. It's all about the primary energy you identify with. Okay. All right, so what is the overall energy? Okay, so we have financial constraints. This could actually be physical finances, but I feel like this is still the door to value, the door to your own value and abundance. Often there is a direct correlation between how you feel about yourself or what value you have and your bank account. Let's see what this has to do with the two of you. So let's get the energy between the two of you this week. Okay, yep. We have the Angel of Love, okay? The Angel of Love can represent love blossoming in your life, but I think it's very interesting that she's holding the heart close to her own heart. It's all about the love you have within, okay? So how much love do you have in your life? How much love do you create in your life? It's all connected. That's what's coming through right now. It's all connected. Love of self, worthy of abundance, right? Do you feel you're worthy of abundance? Abundance comes in many forms, but we often correlate it with money. And sometimes Leo, okay, sometimes we correlate our value or our worthiness based on how much money we have. And there's a ton of mirroring, right? There's mirroring happening, and it's very evident now in the collective. So if this is happening with you, this is most definitely happening with your twin on some level. All right, let's see where you're at with this connection. Here we go. Okay, so we have cornucopia. I feel Aries had this as well. Wishes fulfilled. It is an 11. It is intuition. Intuitively knowing that it's already yours is what I heard. Let's get some clarification on where you're at. Get some clarification on cornucopia. Yeah. Okay, so we have the Eight of Pentacles was the first one to pop up, which makes a lot of sense. This is about putting in the effort, putting in the work, working with others, refining yourself, honing. What I get from this in particular, okay, number one, I heard, you know that you have the work, you know that you have to put in the work, or you're willing to put in the work, okay? What I love about this is we've got like fairies and animals and mermaids, and everybody's working together. It's sort of like this soul guidance team, right? You're being guided, divinely guided. Okay, yeah. And we have, I love when this happens. We have the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups following it, which tells me that there is a graduation in emotional maturity here, right? We have the Page, which is more of an apprentice energy that is just beginning to kind of understand love and see, you know, but there's still an immaturity there. And then we have the Knight of Cups, which is the next step in the evolution of love within yourself, for your twin, for yourself, for others, right? It's all connected. It's almost like, you know, it's like, just look at it's almost like, you know, ooh, that's kind of a neat thing. And then it's like a longing, right? Like there's an understanding of the longing here, and understanding that you're transitioning into a place where you're going to be open to the abundance. And I think that's a really beautiful place to be, because you're open to receive. And when you're open to receive, your wishes are fulfilled. Okay. So you need to congratulate yourself, Leo, because that takes effort to get there. It takes effort to see beyond the illusion, see beyond the constraints that you were raised to believe you have. Okay, or the limitations, if you will. Okay, let's get a card representing your twin. Okay, we have indecision here, which is not really surprising, right? We know that there's a lot of indecision in the collective right now. Okay. Here's the thing. It doesn't matter what they decide, because all roads lead to where they're meant to lead. If it's with you, it's with you. If it's not, it's not. You would know. I feel like if you're here, however, you would know that, okay? It doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter what that means to you. Union is what it's supposed to be for everybody, for each individual pair. Okay, so for some it's friendship, for some it's marriage, for some it's raising children together, for some it's conquering the world, whatever that is, whatever that looks like, okay, is what's up to your soul contract. And you'll know on a deep level, and no one can tell you otherwise. I feel like I had to say that for somebody watching. Okay, so let's get a card. Yeah, so we have the Moon here. So they could have Pisces energy, Leo, okay? They could have strong Pisces in their chart. They could also be dealing with a lot of fear of the unknown, which we do, right? They could struggle with indecision on a regular basis, even for the small things, right? What if I choose the wrong thing? Is, you know, they're kind of prescribing or trying to choose to prevent themselves from pain and suffering, right? So I feel like they're kind of going through that right now. And in the extended version, we talk a lot about what's going on with them in the physical this week. What's on their mind? What are they feeling in their emotions? You know, what are they actually dealing with in the physical? How they're viewing you and the connection this week, and what steps they're going to take, as well as a message from their higher self. So we're not going to get into it too much into this reading. It's just to kind of give you a little bit of a glimpse about what is kind of going on with them, so you can identify a little bit. Because I highly suspect that if they are having struggles with indecision and anxiety, because I feel anxiety in my chest right now, that you are too on some level. So even by you knowing and acknowledging that there's really no wrong decision to make, that it's going to alleviate that a little bit. Okay, let's get another card here. Yeah. So they're not quite at the place, this is the Ten of Cups, they're not quite at the place where they're utilizing how they feel about something to make their decision. This makes me happy, so I'm going to decide that, right? They're evolving there, but they're not quite there yet. I feel like you may be further along in the journey with that than they are. But again, if you, we'll get into that. We'll move on to the next part. But if you do want to purchase the extended version, it's in the description box below. Not expensive whatsoever. But an exchange is required just because it is a little bit more energy. Anyway, I do feel like it's almost, we're getting to the point though where we can start tapping into our own selves and seeing where we're at, and knowing that that's where our twin is at on some level. Okay. What is healing and evolving in the connection for you? Yeah, the door to personal healing and happiness. Didn't we just say that, guys? There's a lot of involvement as individuals as well as the connection. So we have a 34, which is a 7, 3 plus 4, which is deep spiritual knowledge, seeking spiritual knowledge, but it's also opening that door to personal healing and happiness, allowing your love to heal you and your happiness to guide you. Okay, let's get some clarification on that one. Beautiful, beautiful cards. Oh, guys. So we have the 4 of Pentacles, okay? And the 4 of Pentacles, sometimes it can seem like somebody that's vain, brushing their hair by a waterfall, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like this is more about somebody who takes care of themselves, who's really taking the time to decide if something is right for them or not, okay? And then we have the Lovers, okay, the twin card in this deck. So going within and seeing yourselves for who you truly are. And then we have the Ace of Cups, which to me always represents not only self-love and the inexhaustible source of love within, but a new beginning in love. Okay, it's almost like we have to get to the point as feminines to where we love ourselves, so we understand what love really is, so that we can see that the love that the masculine has for us has been there all along. But we have to get to that point where we believe we're worthy of that love. Okay, this is all about being worthy of love. Wow. All right, let's wrap this up with a message from the Archangels. They're always very to the point with a little bit of guidance, okay? I feel like a lot of the work that you're doing is very important to this. Some of you have started working out, you're working your body physically. You've been taking the time to meditate. You've been really intuitively eating and taking a look at your nutrition. You've been journaling. Some of you, I see you doing gratitude or even automatic writing. So take note that they're showing me these things so you know, it's an acknowledgement and confirmation that it is helping you, even if it doesn't seem to be changing fast enough for you. Okay, know that you're doing all the right things for you and therefore for the connection. All right, Archangels, what do you got to say to our Leos? Oh, there we go. The Emperor, Archangel Uriel. Stability and efficiency, taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans. Okay, this is an Aries card. However, it has a lot of Leo energy. Taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans, stability and efficiency. For some of you, this is about creating routine around self and knowing that it's taking you to where you need to be. We have another 4 here. This is about doing the work. And as we've noticed, you're not afraid to do the work. So I feel we'll leave you here. I feel like there's going to be a bit of a grind for you, Leo, where you're going to be really establishing this routine you've set for yourself, okay? Thank you so much again for tuning in. If it resonated, please I wish you could like, share, comment, and or subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. Have yourself an amazing week.